An MLGW employee's quick thinking helped save a local resident from a rising predicament. The University of Memphis campus serves as the backdrop for developing a greener, more sustainable city, and our cameras are there to capture the event. We'll share those stories and more on this edition of Memphis Energized. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Memphis Energized. I'm Jane Siegel. Thanks for joining us. What started as an ordinary workday for one MLGW meter reader suddenly became dramatically different as the weather turned turbulent and Mid-South streets flooded. One woman found herself in the midst of rising waters, but thanks to a quick and selfless response, this story has a happy ending. Memphis Energized Lillian Johnson reports more on this heroic rescue.
That was a scary day for me. It was really horrifying as the water came in my car.
Meter reader Patrick Jones was recently honored with the MLGW Hero Award. Jones selflessly waded into floodwaters to save retired school teacher Patricia Nelms when her car stalled near Southland Mall.
At first I was trying to go through the water, and the water came in the car so quickly. It was just so frightening, the way the water just rushed in, and I just didn't know what to do. So I started honking on my horn, and I had my cell phone. I was dialing 911.
Basically, I was reading my route, and I heard a horn blowing probably about 100 yards away, and I was still reading. So by the time I got to the scene where Mrs. Nims were, she was in the car hollering, saying she needed help, that she couldn't get out of the car, and to call the police and call the ambulance. And that's when I went out to the car to help her.
Jones says he didn't give his own safety a second thought.
The concern was basically getting her. That was it.
As quickly as Jones reacted to get Nelms out of harm's way, he was equally as swift to return to work, completing his route after his heroic efforts.
I finished my job and went in. Didn't really give it much thought about what had happened.
However humble Jones is about what happened, one thing is for certain. Nelms believes Jones deserves to be recognized.
And I was so thankful that Light, Gas, and Water honored Patrick the way that they did. And he will always be someone that I truly admire, because he didn't have to do what he did. And that's a great feeling for someone to come and help you in a moment of crisis.
For Memphis Energized, I'm Lillian Johnson.
Thank you, Lillian. Right now, we are experiencing cooler temperatures, letting us know winter weather is ahead. It's the perfect time to prepare your home to increase your comfort and boost energy savings before cold weather grips our area. Here are some simple tips to stay warm and make the most of your energy budget in the coming months. Set your thermostat to 68 degrees. Each degree above 68 adds as much as 4% to your utility bill. At bedtime, consider lowering the thermostat and adding extra blankets to the bed. Make sure delivery and return vents are open in the rooms you use, and close vents and doors to unused rooms. Keep curtains and blinds closed at night and on cloudy days. Open curtains on sunny days to let the warmth in. Dress warmly in layers to retain body heat. If you are interested in more winter energy saving tips, go to mlgw.com/residential/winter tips. Now is the time to schedule your pilot safety inspection. Memphis Light, Gas, and Water customers can schedule appointments through December 31st for a nominal fee of $55. The fee can be billed to your account and covers up to 3 gas heating appliances. The service is free for elderly customers ages 60 years and older and customers who are physically disabled. To schedule an appointment, customers must call 820-7878. Appointments are available on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Saturday appointments are between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. In addition to ensuring your gas appliances are working properly, if you use space heaters to warm your home, you want to take precautions to stay safe. Memphis Energized Candace Spicer tells us how to use electric heaters properly.
Using portable space heaters has become one of the most popular ways to keep you warm during those bitter cold winter nights. But you must remember that while running any appliance that produces that much heat, there are safety precautions you should take. Always use heaters on the floor. Never place heaters on furniture. They may fall, dislodging or breaking parts in the heater, which could result in a fire or shock hazard. Unless certified for that purpose, do not use heaters in wet or moist places, such as bathrooms, or it could lead to a fire or shock hazard. Do not hide cords under rugs or carpets. Placing anything on top of the cord could cause the cord to overheat and can cause a fire. Also, do not use an extension cord unless absolutely necessary. Broken heaters should be checked and repaired by a qualified appliance service center. Do not attempt to repair, adjust, or replace parts in the heater yourself. Following these safety guidelines will keep you safe and warm on cold winter nights.
Thanks, Candace. It's an annual event held on the University of Memphis campus, and its focus is on sustainability. Tiger Blue Goes Green brings students, faculty, and community partners like MLGW together to share projects and information that can help conserve natural resources. Here's Memphis Energized Rafi Hondian to tell us more about the event.
In early October, academic, civil, and government groups gathered to share ideas, inventions, and information on environmental awareness.
This is the 7th annual Tiger Blue Goes Green. It's a sustainability event that showcases everything we do at the university and also in the community, partnering with Memphis Light, Gas and Water and other organizations. And this year is something different. It's called Sustainable Research. So we've encouraged students and faculty to submit their sustainability, eco-friendly research. And we have 14 entries from students and 2 from faculty. And the students' research ranges from sustainable propane lawnmowers to monitoring the environment for ozone. And then the Art School of Architecture has something about sustainable materials used in buildings. I think it's important to have this event for the community, but also on a college campus so that students are aware of eco-friendly practices and they see different projects and they get inspired to do things for the environment. I hope that we'll inspire students to become activists. We'll inspire faculty and staff not to just come out for one day, but to embrace sustainability and to make it part of their lives. And as students become adults and have children and take on positions of responsibility in the community, they can take these values and move them into something that's part of the infrastructure of the community.
MLGW was on hand at the event to spread the word about energy conservation.
At the booth, MLGW is giving away conservation kits with light bulbs, CFL light bulbs, and different other material that help customers save energy inside their home. On top of the kits, we're also educating, giving customers education material on how they can save energy inside their home. I think it's important for MLGW to participate to promote energy efficiency, conservation, and sustainability. A lot of these students here are going to be future home builders, future homeowners, and I think it's important for us to get out and educate them on ways to save energy.
Utility-owned electric cars and compressed natural gas vehicles were on display to stimulate interest in green transportation.
We get somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 people that'll come to this event today. So they come by, they ask questions, we answer their questions, we let them sit in the vehicles because there's a lot of people that don't know about electric vehicles. A lot of people think they're slow, which is just the opposite. They're very fast, they have a lot of torque right off the line.
Organizers have already begun planning the 2015 exhibition, but if you want to learn more about conservation or green efforts at MLGW, please call 528-4188. For Memphis Energized, I'm Rafi Hondian.
Thank you, Rafi. As the holiday season approaches, you may be looking for the perfect gift to share. Well, there's a no-hassle way to show someone you care. Giving the Gift of Comfort. This utility assistance program provides payments towards a customer's utility bill as a gift. You can download the form at mlgw.com/giftofcomfort or pick one up at an MLGW community office. Make out your check or money order made payable to MLGW Gift of Comfort in the amount you wish to give. Mail the form and check to MLGW. Your gift will appear in the form of a credit on the recipient's MLGW bill. We've covered several topics in the first half of the show, and there's much more right around the corner. Please stay tuned.
If I don't find something soon, my lights are going to get turned off.
How am I going to cook for these guys with no power?
I've already applied for so many jobs. I hope I can get this one so I can pay my utility bill.
What's this? Well, there's the perfect way to help my family and friends. Help someone you care about through MLGW's Gift of Comfort program. Call 544-6549. Visit mlgw.com/giftofcomfort.
Helping those with less than you
can make you happy too. It makes me happy to help someone.
Doing what can be done to help.
Helping your neighbor can be fun.
Call 544-6549 or visit mlgw.com/+1.
Help someone.
Welcome back, everyone. Utility companies from around the world, even as far away as South Africa, convened for a technology conference which shed a spotlight on innovations in electric, gas, and water delivery right here in Memphis. And the event was hosted by MLGW. Here to tell us more is Memphis Energized Dan Hope.
Almost everything that happens in a utility company has got something to do with location. Right? It's, it's where you are, pipes and people and crews, and it's all about location. So I believe that this idea of a platform and of getting information out to everybody, customers and regulators and the community and the municipalities, is really, really critical.
That's Bill Meehan of ESRI, or Environmental Systems Research Institute. The company has been around since 1969 and produces GIS, Geographic Information Systems, software. MLGW hosted the ESRI GIS conference in Memphis recently. The event brought together utilities from around the world to network and discuss solutions using GIS.
Utilities are really at a point in time. It's a great point in time, but it's also a challenging point in time where, the pressures of cutting costs and, customers having renewable energy and water quality and gas sort of availability, it's becoming kind of a challenge. And it's going to be hard to manage. And so we think technology is one of the ways in which utility companies can really continue to grow and thrive in this, let's say, this challenging environment.
In addition to serving as the host utility, MLGW presenters shared their real-world experiences with using the ESRI platform and how GIS is helping to solve business problems, including reviewing storm damage assessments, which helps with restoration efforts.
Because everything has a location. My house, my address, that's located somewhere in Memphis. So GIS helps us track that information, even damage assessments. We can take pictures, we can upload them into our GIS apps, and we're able to collect all that data and make a dashboard that our executives can see, our crews can see, and our engineers can see.
GIS also helps MLGW crews more accurately pinpoint underground services in the event of an emergency.
If a gas main or gas pipe is leaking, first thing they want to know is where is that valve that I can find to shut it off, and they can use our GIS maps to kind of help guide them on where this information is located.
GIS is impacting everything in the industry, from regulatory compliance to meter installation. Improved customer service is another benefit of the technology.
Used to, everything was manually drawn. So if a new subdivision came in, we had to manually draw that using a digitizing board. So now with ESRI and with ArtMap, we are able to take a job and out of like an AutoCAD format and export it into our system, and we can just like copy all the layers and paste them into our land database. and then that's it. Then we post that to our land database, and then our electric, gas, and water design areas can extract that data and do their design on top of that. Developers get their utility cost quotes a lot faster.
There's the potential to integrate GIS information across all of a utility's networks, including social networks, and also provide useful insight to respond to customers' needs based on a geographic service area.
And ultimately, I think GIS isn't about finding, like looking at a map, but in a sense, it's discovering something brand new, like where are customers happy or not happy. For example, one of the things that we're now seeing is this movement towards social media. And imagine bringing that. So not only do we know like where the system might have a vulnerability, but we also know what people are thinking about by looking at their tweets on a map.
Persuading Esri, which is based in Redlands, California, to bring the conference to Memphis shined a positive light on the GIS projects and applications developed locally in the Bluff City. It also provided a forum for networking and benchmarking for global companies in a way that no other Esri conference has in the event's 24-year history.
This year is our largest attendance we've ever had. So normally we've been getting, 500, 400, which is really good. But this year we topped 600 people. And we believe some of it might have to do with the beautiful city of Memphis, Tennessee.
Why? I just think Memphis is a great city. We have a lot to offer. There's a lot of innovation and things to see here. And not a lot of people get a chance to come to Memphis. I know we're famous for Graceland, but there are a lot of other things that we're famous for. I mean, our river front view, just our infrastructure that we have here in Memphis.
For Memphis Energized, I'm Dan Hope.
Thanks, Dan. The American Public Gas Association recently recognized Memphis Light Gas and Water as a SOAR recipient. SOAR is an acronym for System Operational Achievement Recognition. The award recognizes public gas systems that have achieved excellence in the operation of their natural gas utility. There are 4 criteria for recognition: system integrity, system improvement, employee safety, and workforce development. MLGW took the silver distinction for this most recent survey. Students in grades K through 12 can express their creativity in the 2014 Student Energy Conservation Poster Contest. There's a $125 prize at stake for winners in one of 3 categories: kindergarten through 5th grade, 6th through 8th grade, or 9th through 12th grade. The Energy Awareness Poster Contest is designed to encourage students to share their ideas about conservation and how we can protect our natural resources. The entry deadline is December 5th, and public, private, and homeschool students are all eligible to enter. For more information, official rules, and an entry form, go to mlgw.com/art contest or call MLGW's Community Relations Department at 528-4820. MLGW has ranked as one of the top 3 utility companies in the country for mobile apps. So make sure you check out our free mobile app available for both the iPhone and Android. MLGW's app allows customers to access a variety of utility-related information, including outage status, conservation tips, and a mobile-friendly outage map. And if you have signed up for My Account to receive electronic bills, you can even access your account via the MLGW app. Severe weather can strike at any time, and MLGW is always ready to respond. Dangerous weather or not, every day of the week, around the clock, MLGW employees electronically monitor the electric, natural gas, and water systems that serve all of our customers. Here to explain MLGW's restoration process is Memphis Energized Candace Spicer.
The time required to restore your power depends on many variables, including the cause of the outage, the number of components damaged, whether or not tree trimming is required to get to the point of repair, and the number of customers impacted. Power restoration is not a simple undertaking. It involves a coordinated effort of utility crews who perform complicated tasks, often under harsh and dangerous weather conditions. Electricity must undergo a complex chain of events as it makes its way to your home. With more than 422,000 customers, 4,312 miles of overhead wire, and an additional 423 miles of transmission lines, there is a rhyme and reason for the order in which we restore electric service. While our first concern is to ensure public safety by immediately addressing dangerous situations such as downed lines, the following 4 steps outline the general steps in the restoration process. Step 1. Before MLGW can supply electricity to its customers, it must be able to receive it from its supplier. Thus, our first order of business is to repair any damage to transmission lines and towers. These lines carry electricity from our producer, Tennessee Valley Authority, to our substations. Step 2. We repair any damage to our substations to bring circuits online and focus our attention on restoring power to water pumping stations, hospitals, and other priorities critical to public health and safety. MLGW has nearly 62 electric substations that supply power to both overhead and underground electric distribution lines. At this stage of the restoration process, our crews may be working in remote areas that aren't visible to the general public. Even if you don't see our crews immediately, please be assured that we are working diligently to restore your power. Step 3. Beginning with areas with the greatest concentration of outages, our crews focus on repairing primary and secondary distribution lines which run through the streets and neighborhoods leading to your home. If there are trees lying on these wires, our contracted tree trimming crews must first clear the debris before we can begin repairs. Step 4. Repairs will now be made to individual service lines, such as individual residences. The order in which repairs are made follows the line of progression electricity takes as it comes from TVA to MLGW and finally to you. As you can see, power restoration is a complicated process, but we at MLGW do our best to restore your services as quickly as possible using all of the resources at our disposal. For Memphis Energized, I'm Candace Spicer.
Thank you, Candace. Now remember, we can't pinpoint every outage on our system, and that's why we need your help if your power is out. Report your outage through our automated system at 544-6500. Have your account number or phone number available to enter into the system. Once our dispatchers retrieve your information, they'll work to have a crew headed your way as soon as possible. And to make sure your account information is accurate and up to date, call MLGW's call center before storm at 544-6549. Do you like the idea of knowing how much your utility bill is going to be even before you receive it? Then sign up for MLGW's budget billing program. With budget billing, you'll know how much your bill will be each month and you pay the same amount each month. Signing up for budget billing is easy. When you enroll in the program, MLGW analyzes your previous year's total usage, adjusts for rate changes and weather conditions, and divides the total into 12 monthly installments. Sign up now. It's easy to apply. Call 544-6549, visit one of MLGW's community offices, or go online to mlgw.com to download an application. Are you looking for an even easier way of keeping up with your MLGW bill? Then look no further than your cell phone for MLGW text alerts. MLGW offers text alerts to its customers. Customers can sign up to receive text message notifications of billing due dates and possible impending cutoffs. Customers can register for the program at mlgw.com/text alerts. To help keep MLGW's emergency line clear for those life-threatening situations, customers are reminded to use 528-4465 only for emergencies. MLGW deemed emergencies are considered things such as gas leaks, downed electric wires, broken water mains inside a building, or unsafe street barricades. If you need to stop, start, or transfer service, call MLGW's Customer Care Center at 820-7878 anytime, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Any other account inquiries can be addressed by calling 544-MLGW. And if typing rather than talking is more convenient for you, then MLGW can help you get your questions answered with just the click of a mouse. MLGW's web chat feature for residential customers can be found on its website at MLGW.com. Web chat is available for all residential customers from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. MLGW web chat provides a full range of service options, including the option to make payment arrangements. And as always, customers can send any of their utility-related questions and feedback to MLGW Customer Care at mlgw.org. Are you looking for a speaker for your classroom, community group, church, or civic organization? Well, MLGW representatives are available to speak on a variety of utility-related topics such as energy conservation, safety, careers, and more. To request a speaker for your group, contact MLGW's Community Relations Department at 528-4820 or log on to mlgw.com and fill out a speaker's request form. For the best availability of speakers, advance requests are highly recommended. MLGW has now added credit card machines to all of its community offices to expand payment options for customers. Customers can make those payments with Visa, MasterCard, or Discover Card. Credit card payments made at a community office are posted immediately. For your safety and to protect our employees, please remember to use caution when driving in a utility work zone. These zones located throughout the city don't have to be dangerous if you use caution. Many times you'll see crews working near streets and highways when installing gas mains or working on overhead or underground power lines. Utility work zones are clearly marked with signs or work zone flaggers, so please pay attention. And remember, speed limits may be reduced in work zones. Thanks for helping to keep our employees safe so we can do the best work for you. We've covered a lot in this edition of Memphis Energized, and I hope you've learned a lot and will join us next time. And remember to join us online at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and at mlgw.com. Until next time, I'm James Siegel. Thanks for watching, everyone.